Madison baby has new life after another family faced with heartbreak made a tough decision to help. Now her parents are sharing their story not only to say thank you, but they tell our Michelle Alfini they hope this inspires others to consider offering the gift of life.
When baby Isla comes to visit, she always finds friends.
You do.
Proud to see her standing tall.
There we go.
And strong.
She looks like she's put on more weight.
Because months ago, growing up seemed impossible.
When she was 3 weeks old, she was struggling to gain weight. She was born at 36 weeks and was really small to begin with.
As time passed, Mom Dana Helgren says Isla wasn't getting better.
She was down in the 4-pound range when we started really getting worried.
It was clear at about 5 months of age that looking at Isla's blood tests, that her liver was starting to fail.
Dr. Katrin Faria gave her diagnosis, biliary atresia, a blockage in the liver causing bile buildup, turning Isla's skin yellow and eating away at her liver.
When these things start to happen, we know that these children usually will not survive past a year of age if we don't arrange to evaluate them and list them for liver transplant.
Surgeon Tony D'Alessandro says Isla couldn't wait.
We would like to have had her grow a little bit bigger. Technically, she only weighed about 10 pounds.
Finding a deceased donor liver that small is rare, so her best bet was a living donor.
Jaden was actually the first person to be tested to be a living donor, and overall he was actually a match, but too big, just too big. She was going to have to grow to twice the size she was at the time for his liver to work for her.
7 more donors tried, running into the same issue.
Started feeling a little bit more desperate when I got tested and I wasn't a match either.
So Dana waited for news.
Christmas night, actually.
Yeah.
We were in Iowa visiting my family. We got a call, I think it was 12:15 a.m. technically on the 26th. They said that a deceased donor had become available.
Yeah. At first that was a hard call to take.
A break for Isla, but at a cost.
She said age and size appropriate is when it really kind of hit hard that some family had lost their child on Christmas Day, and somehow in that moment, found the strength to give us hope for Isla.
They went in for surgery the next morning.
Handed her over, and 14 hours later we saw her again.
Isla was a new girl.
Her personality was starting to shine through.
Now, months into recovery, she's spending less time at the hospital.
I love you.
Though Isla will be immunosuppressed for the rest of her life.
Sometimes as parents, we want to keep her in a bubble, but we know that, she clearly has the energy to be out there.
A second chance to grow up, thanks to another family's sacrifice.
The words thank you just aren't enough to thank someone who made that decision in such a dark moment to save your child's life. To some other family, it's everything.
More than 112,000 people are waiting for organs across the country. Last year, Isla was one of 2 children under 1 to receive a transplant here in Wisconsin. Isla's parents ask every family to talk about what they would do if they were asked to donate a loved one's organs. So if the time comes, the decision will be a little bit easier.